Alright, welcome back. Today, I think it's long past time, pardon me, that we go and try to take out the first of our bosses. Now, I guess we're gonna need another deer trophy for this, so we'll try to get one of those first. Because we need 2 to summon the boss. We can probably manage that. If I don't miss this and throw this like directly into the water. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't think I was gonna undershoot it. Oh. Guess wrong. Oh. There we go. Got it. Now drop a trophy. Dang. Okay. Pardon me. I heard another one here somewhere. It's a boar. Yeah, nah. We will want to take this boar out though, because we're gonna need some more leather scraps. Maybe we make our way over here. And see if we can take out some deer on the way. Because we already are equipped with a few, you know, Black Forest items. In the blueberries and the, well, I guess the troll armor. So we're more than equipped for this fight. Let's just see how it goes. We have a deer up here. Oh, and it's got a star. I don't know if I talked about starred enemies last time or not, but they pretty much just have a little bit of extra health. They do a little bit more damage if they're, you know, kind of stuff that fights you back. And they drop more resources. They usually have a higher chance of dropping trophies as well. So we'll see how that goes. Well, all right. So we can go ahead and head out here. I'm gonna mark that patch of raspberries. We might as well pick a few on our way. Now, this boss altar isn't the only one for this boss. I'm pretty sure each boss has 3, or at least 3, that will spawn around here. And the first boss, you know, there'll be a couple more altars relatively close to the center of the world. They usually don't stray out all that far. So, but we know where this one is. Oh, and there's this beehive too, which we might as well miss. We might as well miss it. We might as well just snag this while we're here. And I need to remember to place those down as well, because honey will be useful to us throughout the game. We can actually use it instead of the blueberries because it is still a little bit better. Let me mark these mushrooms down. That's a lot of mushrooms. So, let me just check something real quick. Yeah, that seems pretty good. All right. Let's just do the thing. So each boss tends to it keeps the key to the next biome. First boss drops items that help you mine. Or, you know, a boss later on will unlock some, you know, crafting ability that helps you make something to help conquer the next biome. It's kind of structured like that. And this boss, well, I guess I'm using the blueberries because the timer's not up on it. This boss, there will be some epic battle music. I wonder if I can get a stealth hit or not. Yep. Looks very big and menacing, but it is kind of a pushover. Especially if you roll. And recently, another thing that came with the Call to Arms update is the little visual indicator when you dodge. You see those little, like, kind of sparks, a little whoosh effect. That means you successfully dodged something, and it actually adds to your dodge skill, which, honestly, I forget what it does, but that's new. So you get a little visual feedback, which is cool. Now, he's only got a few different moves. There's this big AoE. There's the lightning, which you'll probably do now, yeah. And there's a little regular, like, antler attack. I think that's literally it, so. We can kind of just roll around and, you know, death by 1,000 cuts. Oh, but I can eat that. And I'll even, like, I guess with this armor, yeah. He doesn't do a lot of damage in general, but he really doesn't do that much damage, like, with this armor. So I can probably just sit here and tank it for forever. Which, you know, is a little embarrassing. Nope. I missed. Maybe using the spear is actually pretty good. Hold up. Okay, and that's it. So, we get the hard antlers as well as the trophy. Now, the antlers are cool. Also, the hints, I should say this. The hints for what, like, item you need to offer are given in these runestones on the boss altar. So this will say hunt his kin, which, you know, it's got a deer up here. So you can kind of get the gist. And I guess if you try to offer other items, nothing happens. So, but yeah, these will be pretty cool. We're going to stop by the sacrificial stones, which is where we spawned in. And we are gonna hang this trophy up. So with each boss, you get a trophy. And when you hang that trophy up on its designated stone, each of these have little lore pieces. Which I suppose, you know, that's kind of cool if you want to get a little insight into the vibe. So, this is cool. I guess, you know, you can pause and read that if you like. Basically, you just use a lot less stamina when you're, like, running around. And you see the power down here in the corner. We can choose to activate that at any given time, and that will be, that will... Okay. I've missed too many of those spear throws. I gotta redeem myself. Yeah, the Forsaken powers, we can only have one of them active, or one of them equipped, I guess, at a time. And when we use them, we'll get the buff for a particular amount of time, and then it'll go on cooldown. So it remains active for 5 minutes, and it has an effective 15-minute cooldown after that. So some of these powers are quite strong. This is one of the better ones, and some of them are a little more situational. I know they did recently rework the powers, and I don't exactly remember all of the changes that they made to them. So some of the little underutilized ones have a few extra effects, or their effects changed. So I'll probably have to, we'll figure that out together as I play, because I know some of them have changed. So we'll head back to base, and we'll make some stuff out of this. And we'll start trying to take on more of the Black Forest as we go. We should also look into making a tanning rack. This is just another workbench improvement. So we'll be able to upgrade some of our things further, and it'll unlock the ability to make some other stuff down the line, I guess. I don't know if I have enough for this, and I haven't organized any of this either, so maybe we'll get some more meat or some more wood and do that a little bit later. For now, I'm going to make sure I grab a little bit of wood so I can make all of these beehives, because I know I want to do that. Yeah, okay. We'll just kind of pop these out and about here. Oh. Check the bees. The bees are happy. We like to see that the bees are happy. And I think we'll head into the Black Forest once we sleep here. Getting late in the day. We should. Oh, we want to do that too. We need a little bit more wood, because let's just grab this. Because I might change this, because I kind of just have two doorways right next to each other. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I might put the crafting just over here and then have a doorway out the back. I shouldn't have punched my wall. I'll make a couple of these. I don't want to carry all 3 of them in my inventory, though, because that's kind of a pain. I'll take 2, but otherwise I kind of just want to dump the rest of this stuff off. And I might just keep 10 on me for now. I think I can just toss this, because I'll find more pretty easily. Alright, we're going to sleep. And we're going to head back out. I might honestly head back out to where that troll cave is. Because having more troll hide and being able to make the full set of troll armor is going to be really nice. We'll see certain armor sets have set bonuses. And if you're unfamiliar, it's, you get a little bonus for wearing the full set of armor for something. And the troll armor gives us additional levels into our sneaking capability, which is not this, it is here. So you don't use as much stamina sneaking around, and you are less noticeable. So that can be kind of useful. I've usually gone with troll armor through the Black Forest most times that I've played through the game, just because mining tin and copper to make bronze can be a bit of a slog. It's strenuous. It's time consuming. It's really, it's really grindy. So, I wonder how much damage I can do with the knife here. We have a 1-star bear, which is pretty dangerous, to be honest. Especially for us. Okay, now I'm sliding down a hill. It's pretty dangerous for us to take on. But if we do succeed in taking it down, we'll get to look at some of the new items. We might have a higher chance of getting the trophy, which I think we need for the helmet or the headpiece. Can I manage to sneak around this? Oh, without sliding down? Okay. I want to make sure I get a lot of my stamina back before I do this. That did nothing. Alright. Well, we should lead it back here. I think it's like resistant to just about... It's resistant to most of these things. Oh, okay. That move hits a lot earlier than it looks like it should. And this may be a mistake. But, you know what? I like a challenge. Although it looks like it's kind of stuck. Maybe I use this opportunity, right? I don't know. Shoot. I kind of want to try to kill it. Come on. You gonna fight me? It's running a little bit erratically. I don't think it knows what it's really doing. So maybe we leave that for just a bit. We go try and find that troll cave again, and we take on a troll. I'd be okay taking out a regular bear with the 1-star on top of that. I've done it before, and I died in the process around, like, you know, around this point in the game, and it's, you know, it's just really time consuming. If nothing else, it's really time consuming. So maybe we won't do that. Oh, well, you hit a rock. Okay. We might come up and fight you. Okay. So if you can find a regular bear, or if that troll is still hanging around. Oh, well, there's a troll over there. Oh, I already looted this. There is a troll over here. We could fight this troll pretty easily, actually. Okay, the skeleton's doing some damage to begin with, and it already sees me. I really hope the bear doesn't come here, because that would be super awkward. I can deal with one troll. Very easy. But if the bear shows up, it's a different story. Yeah, we get that headshot in after he does a slam. Where the heck did all of you come from? That's crazy. Okay, we're just doing the... Oh, I got hit with that. That's crazy. We're gonna activate this so we get a little more stamina back. That's crazy. I'm not a huge fan of this. You know what I can actually do? It's just run in here. Alright. Let's do this instead. I will have to wait a little bit for my health to come back up. But at least we're not fighting 50 different things. Alright, who did we attract with that? Who's over here? Might as well take all that. We can take these too. Not immediately as useful, but they will be. Okay. Do we have any? Yeah, there's usually stuff on the ground in these rooms. Alright, we have an evil bone pile. This just spawns more skeletons. It's best we take it out. So these are the burial chambers. The main thing we're looking for out of these is these Surtling cores. And the double resources actually is giving us 2 of them per, which is pretty epic. These will be very useful for a lot of things. Making a smelter so we can get metal. And some other fancy technologies. Okay. I'm gonna wait a little bit to consume this honey just because I know I don't have the blueberries on me as backup. Although, if I find any blueberries, it'd be pretty good. Slowly work our way through here. I usually have the strategy of just pick a wall. I usually pick the left wall and just follow it all the way so I don't get lost. You know, it's kind of what you would do in a maze if you wanted to, you know, be thorough but not efficient, I guess. There we go. And if we get any skeleton trophies, that'll be cool too. Is there one hanging around? Okay, I guess not. Yeah, we can yoink more of these. I'm gonna carry, you know, about as much as I can fit of this stuff. Because it will be pretty cool. But yeah, I remember it took a while. The first time I was playing this game, it took a while for me to even like walk in one of these dungeons, because like it was one of the few games where, you know, I had it and I didn't really look anything up about it and just started playing. So a lot of the stuff I found out was like, you know, brand new. That's the way you should play games, but I have a habit of like, if I get interested in a game, I just immediately go looking everything up. And that takes a little bit of the fun out of it. So, you know, it's a lot of feathers. We should see if we can make a bow here at some point. But we'll consider this one done. And we'll carry this. And we'll eat this. I guess we could munch on these too, because that's, you know, that's pretty close to as good. We'll carry these when we're walking out. Okay, they all came from over here. Oh. Okay, we're slowly taking them out, actually. If we can keep doing that, that'd be nice. Oh, did he break? I could get him to break some of these. I mean, I can... These, so I haven't talked about it really, but different trees have different wood types associated with them. Some of them, right? And that can be pretty good. So they do different things. I think these pine trees drop core wood, and you would need, I guess, a flint axe. You can't do it with a stone axe, but you can with a flint axe. So I could mine them. I just haven't gotten around to it, I guess. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually, he is mining copper for us, so maybe we keep him around. Alright, we took care of those after a while. Okay. And that is death number 1. So I haven't like tried to map out a pattern, right, with these things. But occasionally they'll go right from one attack into the other, and I had already buffered in my inputs for you know, I had already locked in to doing 3 attacks. Is there any wood in here, actually? Oh, I don't have a hammer anyway to place. You know what? Let's just do it, alright? Let's just make a hammer. Put down a couple of these. I can I can at least explain and go into detail about like what happens when you die. So what happens when you die is you lose a percentage of your skills. So it's more punishing the higher the skill is, I guess. But you will lose some. You see the thing up in the top corner that says no skill drain. So like if I die again, it's not gonna penalize me. I'm gonna see if I can't just, you know, sneak up there and grab my stuff, run in, grab my stuff, run back. Unfortunately, we do have our power on cooldown. But if we're careful here, oh, okay, it would rain, wouldn't it? This may be ill-advised, but I'm gonna do it. So yeah, when you die, you drop all your stuff as well, but you don't lose it exactly. The nice thing about this game is that it will create a little tombstone for all your stuff to go in. And that tombstone just hangs around. It's on your death marker. It shows up on the map when you die, and it'll say what day. So if you don't end up deleting those markers, you can just keep track of like, oh, day 407, I died here. Alright, how are we looking? The troll is still over there. I don't have anything in my inventory. I'm gonna turn auto pickup off. It's a feature that's normally on. Do I wait? We did clear out most of the other enemies over there. I think I'm going to take advantage of this hill and slide down there a little. Maybe. The nice thing is we died close. I don't know why I'm being all quiet like it matters. Like they can hear me. We did die close to the burial chamber, so push comes to shove, we can run in there. And there it is. Although he is kind of hanging around there. I want to make sure I don't get too low on stamina, in case I do need to, you know, get a little roll going. Okay. We're back in action. I'll turn the auto pickup back on so we can yoink some of this stuff. Ooh, we have 450 because of Corpse Run. We should probably drop some of that so we're under 300. Because that could be a liability. We'll turn auto pickup off for now. Alright. And we'll see if we can't, you know, maybe we can get another little stealth attack in here. Okay, if I miss this, it's going to be really awkward, but, yeah, 80 damage, that's pretty good. I turned auto pickup off, I had to manually pick up my spear. That's what he did, and I did 3. There we go. So I need to learn to, you know, actually, you know, delay my inputs a little bit, so I'm not like immediately just locking in attacks. There we go. Got these coins. That's done. We killed the troll. We can make some more stuff with that. And we should probably skedaddle out of here pretty soon because it is about to be night. We are at 300 weight. We can ditch some of this wood. I want to pick up the Grey Dwarf eyes pretty much, because those we will use pretty consistently throughout the game. So, not a total loss. We got our Surtling cores, we got our troll hide, we got some copper. We'll be able to do quite a bit with this. I'm not sure if I want to make a sword or not to try to deal with the bears. It's something I could try to do. I don't normally make swords. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I just focus on making the axe so I can get, so I haven't been chopping down these birch trees because they take a bronze axe to chop. Now you can kind of cheese it a little bit by, you know, luring a troll nearby and getting the troll to break the trees for you, but you know, didn't have a ton of opportunities to do that. Okay. It is nighttime. And now that we've... I guess that's something else to cover, is now that we've beaten the first boss, there will be some enemies from the next biome that come out at night. Every now and then, different enemies from more difficult biomes will start appearing in the meadows at night after you've beaten, you know, a particular boss. So that's just a thing to look out for. But nighttime does get more dangerous in the meadows as you progress. We'll get back up. And we probably should. We probably should organize storage. Do we have stone lying around? We do. We need a little more though. Dump these. I want to be using a good bit of this though, so let's repair this stuff up. And before we can really do anything with the copper, we're gonna need to make some other things. So I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that'll just be like that, I guess. Every now and then I move my mouse so far to the left that I bump the left mouse button into my keyboard and just click. It's my bad. So you can also mine these rocks, and I guess together with a pickaxe and a hoe you have everything you'd need to kind of raise and lower terrain. Which is pretty good. Okay, we can make our first, or we should be able to, yeah. Where do we want to put these? Actually, you know what is perfect? Because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of split where storage is. I am gonna put some doors over there and move where those go. And we're gonna start putting these down. So that's a charcoal kiln. We can take some wood, load this thing full, and eventually we'll get a bunch of charcoal out of it. That's one of the things that you can make with the Smelting cores. And we're gonna need a little bit of stone, a little bit more stone for the next stuff. We'll just get a good bit. Yeah. Okay, so, smelter. It has 2 inputs and 1 output. This, the rectangular side, that's the coal, by the way. Rectangular side, you can fill with coal. And this side, you can put metal in. That will start cooking up some metal. So hold up, let me think about this. Alright, so let's do some renovation. I'll put this here. We'll move this here. You know, we'll do a little bit of this. We'll do this. And then we'll get rid of this, because this doesn't make as much sense. We will get rid of these doors and put these back so we can keep things consistent. And maybe we add this wall and we start another little thing here. What is this? 2 spaces? 2 spaces? If I add another window here, it's not gonna be symmetrical. Maybe we just do this, right? We just do one of these. Do one of these. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putting random things places to see how it looks. Yeah, random beams. I don't know. For some reason that looks intentional. It's kind of random. I'm just going to leave it like that. This makes more sense. So I can start filling this up. And we probably should. Probably should. Get some of these. Okay. Okay, let's leave that on. And we can grab, we did get exactly 10 copper, which is pretty cool. So we'll be able to start smelting that. Be able to put 2 more. By the way, if you leave food on the cooking station for too long, it will turn into coal. So that's another way to get coal, if you ever wanted to know. Yeah, I think we focus on making a forge. I'm gonna add more to this. Okay. That should be enough to smelt the rest of that. Can we sleep yet? No. You can sleep if it's like past midday. So if you look at your little character, right, and you're any bit facing toward the west, I guess, and you're looking at the sun, if it's like over here, you can sleep. And sleeping will actually, you know, progress different processes like smelting metals. So if you're waiting for metal to smelt, or you're waiting for your charcoal kiln, you can sleep and it will do it all overnight. So that's a way of speeding things up a little bit. Got a little bit of this going. Start using some of the honey. Okay, I'm gonna start doing this a little bit more intentionally, I guess. Gonna put some of this here. I guess we won't need these here yet. Take that and that. All this stuff. Okay. And I guess we'll put more of the riches in there. I want to make the troll trousers real quick. So we're at a whole 18 defense. Maybe we take that. Put kind of this stuff in here. This is gonna be more like wood and stone and resin, probably. Gonna make this the chests of riches. This will be more drops from things. Okay, so it's a little bit organized. You got food stuffs, you got natural resources plus a bunch of garbage, I guess. Drops. Rare things. So that kind of works. You know what I can probably do is just throw this somewhere where I'll never see it again. I wonder. Damn. Worth a try. Okay. I'm gonna add more storage to that in a bit, but I think that's pretty good. I think we have progressed quite a bit, so I might call this one there. But this will finish smelting, and I'll see you in the next one.